This has been a very interesting journey, I must say, and first and foremost, I'd just like to say thank you so much to Muka and team for coming up with this project, and obviously a big thank you to the partners. And for me, it is very gratifying to actually have the partners in session, and I think what it does is it gives them an opportunity to have a fuller understanding of what is happening. It's easy to write reports and to say this is what is actually happening, but for them to be here on ground to see the effort and input and work that the team has put in, I think we're very grateful, and a big round of applause for our partners for that. And I'd like to believe that it has shown that there's been great work. And
dealing with leadership in our spaces, and these spaces that are usually dominated by, males, and so they won't understand to say, hey, Jessie is like this. Jessie, did you speak? You spoke, right? Jessie is like this. You see what I mean? But one thing they don't know is that Jessie has got her own way of handling people. So we need to embrace that, even as we are trying to, even in the coming days as we learn, we should be teachable in the way that, Margaret handles her staff, in the way that Nancy handles her staff, because at the end of the day, we are all leaders and our leadership styles work. That is what's important. They do work, but then it's also important to embrace other new things that we would potentially learn, and also learn from each one of us. So yeah.
You get to expel him sort of. Yeah, but the deal said no, let him serve the suspension first. So I suspended him for 7 days. When it elapsed, I could see the change. This time he'll speak and he'll be like, no, I withdraw my words. Even
president, and you need to respect me regardless. The gender should not mean that people should demean you or treat you as less than, but just you being in that position, you're already someone who should be respected, and you should command that respect, not command, sorry, I don't know what word I can use, but you should command.
No matter where you are coming from or how rich you are, no matter the finances how you have or how financially stable you are, you just have to have your confidence, even if you're disabled, and all that. And then
I have to say, as a student leader, I need to take so much interest in knowing the current affairs, because if I know what is happening in the country, I will be able to respond to anything.
I would like to say it's been an interesting 3 days. I think I also highlighted in Masujo about how much information you've given us, and personally I'm grateful for that. Some of my key takeaways, firstly, I'll go back to what Muka said. I think I even mentioned this yesterday. I went to do some more self-introspection when I went home. As leaders, sometimes we become overwhelmed. We tend to neglect ourselves. And like she said, you need to repeat your message, because we all know that when you talk about something repeatedly, people will get your message.
How to interact with journalists as a leader so that they can as a leader, so that you can amplify your voice.
To go there with the notion of I'm better, or trying to bring them down, obviously they're going to resist you, if I can say. But then if you go there into the space where they're saying, okay, I know I have my weaknesses as well as a female, but then if we can come together where you're working hand in hand with them and not competing. So even initially you might be going into a place where there's competition, but then the moment you make it clear that I'm not here to compete but to work with you, it makes it easier to coexist, if I can say.